Alright folks, today is 9th November. Welcome to Top Trading Academy folks. Alright, Sunday night, let's take a look at the market conditions, see what market look like. So as you can see, this is a daily chart for S&P 500 and 50, 100 and 200 SMA. As you can see, market trying to bounce through 50 SMA right here, and you can see wick below the body and look like a green candle, and market trying to bounce from the 50 SMA. As well as the cloud condition. As you can see, cloud conditions are bullish. All the simple moving averages are bullish. Volumes are bullish. MACD cross here, right here, is look like slightly bearish. All right, so everybody is interested. What do you think that market gonna go dump, or market gonna go bounce? So based off this scenario, folks, our market creating divergence since all the way bottom here. So every time market pulls back, bounce, pulls back, bounce. Why? Because you got to apply technical fundamental class what I teach, right? So right now look like a bullish here. All the SMAs are bullish, right? Everything looking here bullish. So then expect the bounce here also, right? It could be anywhere, but this support is 651 is a good strong support here. Cloud support is there. 50 SMA support is also there. And MACD is still sitting in a bull territory. All the simple moving averages are bullish, so I'm expecting market to bounce. All right, so market still bullish. It's not super duper crazy bullish, but it's holding the fort. That's kind of bullish. You can see teeny mini candle bullish like that, small candles on a daily chart, but they are bullish here. Okay, as you can see, volumes are here bullish. Only the MACD little pullback. So similar situation where this kind of pullback happen. Look at this pullback, bounce, this pullback, bounce. Look at this, right? So small pullback, bounce, similar like the pattern, and conditions are still bullish. Okay, so daily chart telling me bullish, but we'll take a look at the little smaller time frame 4-hour charts. Okay, let's take a look at the 4-hour charts here. On a 4-hour chart, look at that bearishness right here, shows little bearishness here where volume bearish, but we have a strong support here, folks. Okay, so this support, this is now resistance right now, this area. Okay, if you see 673 flipping, oh man, they could go higher. Okay, but until then there's a resistance here, so we're gonna go look at a smaller time frame 4-hour chart. We are at the resistance area. Okay, I want to take a look at another smaller time frame, 1-hour time frame, looking reversal, conditions are bearish. So I'm expecting smaller bounce. You see this bounce, rejection, bounce, rejection, bounce, rejection, similar like that, but here no diversion. Okay folks, no diversion. So I'm expecting the rejection here somewhere, most likely could have a rejection. Okay, but we'll see. This is 1-hour charts. 1-hour chart telling me that could be a rejection, little bounce. Okay, be careful. 30-minute charts. All right, 30-minute chart is telling me that bears are giving up, just like this. Market going down, little bounce, then pull back, little bounce, pull back. So then what I'm thinking is, folks, you see this resistance right here, this is sloping resistance, and I'm expecting the bears are giving up here, expecting the bounce here, but expecting also immediate rejection also, right? It's a two things, folks. Okay, so I think right here, resistance here, condition giving up, bulls are coming here, look like bulls are coming. If this resistance flip, then we could go higher, right? So we're gonna keep certain areas in mind for coming days. Okay, so this area 675. Okay, keep eyes on 675 area tomorrow somewhere. Okay, 675 area, and see what happens, right? But there's a lot of mountain and valley, folks. Okay, going long and going short, it's a daunting task now. Going short is okay, but going long, you gotta be very careful. You never know where they could reverse. But over here, then they go to 580, 680. Okay, 5 handle. That's decent, not bad. Okay, so right now overall bears resistance we have, but I'm thinking the bears are trying to give up here because on a Friday bounce right here, So there might be a rejection, could have little bullish and then could have rejection, then retest the zone again at 670, then it could bounce, right? So these are the few days ahead of the game. I'm thinking, okay, few days ahead of the game. So if they want to pull back, sorry, they go higher, rejection comes, then come back to 668 area, 660, right? 8 and then bounce, then these people could flip this sloping, because this is a major resistance right here, major, and then they could go high. But that step is a second step, third step, okay? But before that, we need to go with here where it could have a rejection, and sometimes they don't have a rejection and flip right away. That can happen too, but that time we need to see. So that's why I'm laying out a couple of days ahead for a week, see how the market maker could play. All right, so this area got to watch. Bull side is here, bear side is here, okay? And then if that, this is your south side more, if market goes and break the support, this support, all right, then we could go here. So these are the level for upcoming week, folks, to remember, okay? And how it goes, that's how we will see. All right, keep it in mind, folks, okay? It could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, similar like that pattern happens, but look like bulls are still intact. Remember, there is no, I don't see anything crazy bearishness, all right? I do not see anything like that. Bulls are still there, okay? So this is your 30-minute chart laid out. These are the area. See how market plays for bullish as well as bearish, okay? That's your SPY. Now let's take a look at the QQQQQ. QQQ has still weakness there too. Same similar play. Look at that. You have major resistance there, and it could have rejection. Then they could go here, okay? If they have rejection, okay, that's the area. But we need to look into a little bigger picture also. Yeah, I mean, worst come to worst, but right now we have nearest terms here. Look at this area properly, right? This area, right? If you see these kind of things are flipping on QQQQQQ around this flipping 616, man, then it could be nice bullish. Smart money is sitting around here. Next, this is the bull scenario. If this breaks 616 to 627, bear scenario, okay, layout all these, okay, areas. So watch, if the rejection is a good shot to go lower to 600, okay, and then this would be also into the picture, okay? So these are the bulls and bear scenario. You got to keep it in mind where market do. All right, so most likely they could have a rejection. If that happens, we could go lower and test here and then bounce, okay? But whenever this resistance flips, could be a bullish, okay? So until then, right now it's just a ping pong going downward channel market created, as you can see right here. This area going higher high, higher low, higher high, higher, tops are falling, tops are falling. I don't see anything bottom rising, so just stick to the trend, follow the trend. That's what it is all getting excited or thinking of just because market is look bearish and jumping in, be careful. It's not like super bearish, but play with the cycle. That's what I would say. The way though, if you look at the daily chart, folks, it's just they are not bearish, they are not super bullish, they're just bullish. That's what I would say. They are just a little bullish. That's how it's so. That's how daily candles look like, okay? So this is for QQQ, okay? Let's take a look at the IWM. All right, this is the IWM. Man, IWM looking nice here. All right, similar pattern, IWM too, okay? Look like IWM want to go. IWM is 245 area, folks. Okay, this is the maximum range you could have, and then we think about it. Okay, sloping resistance here. If it pops, smart monies are sitting here at 245 max. Alright, if any rejection comes, you could come down to 237. Right, once you flip the 245, folks, that would be amazing. Okay, that would be then there is a money here. Okay, but if there is a rejection comes here, then definitely they could go lower and come down back to the 237. Right, that also not out of the picture yet. Okay, so either bear side, bull side. Overall, still bulls, everything is bullish intact. It's just a lower high scenario. Some point of time it could create higher high. Okay, but right now still bullish, temporary bearish for the couple of weeks, otherwise still bulls are there. Let's look at the daily chart. You can see right here. Okay, wow, man, look at the daily on IWM is trying to turn bearish, but squeeze is there. Wow, and then there's a bounce coming. So I am expecting the rejection. Okay, folks, 245. If rejection comes, IWM could turn super bearish too. That happened. If IWM turn bearish, they could come around here. If that happens, the process is lengthy. 226. Okay, but right now look at this MACD. IWM turn. If IWM rejection comes around here, folks, and then go lower, oh boy, IWM could be a disaster. Okay, because of the bears are okay. So if you are a bear, you want to short, you want to look for weakness on IWM later stage when you see this support, previous support breaks right here, this area 236 area, right? If you see previous 236 breaks, 10 handle down area, then market could go lower and you could print on IWM. Okay, so I like, if you people who are bearish, I like IWM to be bearish, but after rejection. Okay, after rejection, previous low support breaks, that's the time there is money there. Okay, so IWM, otherwise right now IWM bullish and could go to 245 area. Okay, conditions are bullish, MACD bearish, squeeze bearish, right? So but overall you can see conditions are still bullish. That's why we have a wick below the body, trying to bounce, market trying to bounce on IWM. That's your IWM. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, and then we're gonna look into stocks. Okay, Bitcoin has a little bounce coming now, 105. Still Bitcoin has a resistance around 110, folks. Okay, once this flips, then you think about a bullish, but conditions are bearish. So Bitcoin trying to bounce, but we had this bounce, rejection, this bounce, rejection. Now we have another bounce coming, and there is no diversion here. Still cluster area, lot more cluster there. Once you flip that 109, then you can think little bullishness, but I think still bears are heavier here on Bitcoin. Okay, still bears are there. We need a catalyst, some catalyst, right? If Congress pass the bill, probably Bitcoin bounce. All right, if this flips 109, then you can think about it, but most likely could have a rejection here. Okay, most likely. So Bitcoin does not look bullish. Okay, Bitcoin is just a sideway, little bounce, and then need to wait for the rejection, and probably rejection comes, they could go lower. That's a Bitcoin. All right, somebody wanted to take a look at the Meta job. Okay, so let's take a look at the Meta. Let's analyze Meta, see what do you think Meta look like. So let's go to the chart here on a daily chart is telling me Meta looking horrible, bearish. Okay, but we look at this 50 SMA across to 100 and 200 we already broke. So there are few scenario conditions are horrible, bearish, MACD bearish, everything is oversold, bearish looking. Okay, so what does it mean? That means oversold looking bearish means you could expect the bounce. If anybody shorted, they could lose money, so that's why they wanted to bounce. Weak below the body coming in could have a bounce. So people who think, oh, let me go and buy the Meta and print money, and hold, then I would say be careful here. Why? That because market still, I mean, if you take a look at the meta still looking weak to me. Okay, weak to me. So they could have a bounce. Look at this bounce like this, right? 3-4 days something, and then could go pull back like this. 2-3-4 days back bulls, and then come pull back. So similar like that, you can expect the bounce. So I would not rush, because a lot of people are right now buying meta, folks. Remember I told you on the last Sunday market update video, what did I tell you, folks? That meta does not look to me bullish right here on this candle market update video. And I said meta gonna go pull, maybe bounce, and then meta gonna go down. Exactly, that's what they did. Look at that. So people who wanted to hop in the party of meta, look what happened to meta, right? And they bought it here because they think, oh, meta was $780, now it's 670, 780, it's cheap. Now look, it went down to 600. Same thing. So that is the wrong way to invest money into the market, and that is the reason people need to learn. So technical is telling me, okay, right, still there is a weakness. Okay, so you need to wait for the market to bottom rising. If you see any bottom rising, then yes, but you could expect the cycle. You could expect the cycle, then pull back like this, right? Right now this is the bull cycle, this is the bear cycle started now, as you can see. So you could expect the bull cycle, 200 SMA somewhere, rejection comes, and then create a higher high. Then you can think about it. I would give a time. I would not rush, folks. Okay, meta, because there's a lot of people right now jumping in on the party of meta, and meta has a lot of people from $74 to $800. People have profit. So these people wouldn't mind burning all these bulls here. Okay, so they can play game, big game. I think there's a lot of people have their position on meta, and people are keep buying meta at bottom. Okay, so be careful. I would, sometimes you miss the bus also, but that's okay, folks. That's not the way to go right now. I don't see any reversal. You have to wait for the market maker to buy. You don't have the power. They got the power. But if you're ready to do dollar cost average, then you could go. It's up to you. But for me, I don't see anything. Even the week below the body coming in, you could bounce and go to 670. You could print $50, $60, and then pull back. Then what? Because of the overall condition. So I'm expecting the bounce because of the week below the body, but that bounce could have shallow because there's a bunch of bear also. Those who shorted, that is the reason. If they bounce, the bear could burn the premium and spend the time here for a week and then come back, and then again keep attracting the bear, right? Keep burning the bulls. Most likely over here they'll be burning the bulls. That's what I would think, and until the game goes on. Okay, so I would be waiting on a meta. Okay, but if you want to do dollar cost average, yes, absolutely, that's up to you, because it's a meta is the mega cap stock, folks. Okay, so it's absolutely is a good one, but I like this area, folks. Okay, meta, if you want it, this 550 area, and I think they're gonna go and test the 550 at some point of time. That's the time to go long. In that case, sometime when you try to look for your target, you miss. It happens. But remember, this is a process about 1 or 2 months. Okay, so nothing is running away meta. That's what I see here. Nothing is running away, and I'll remind you when time will come. There's always cycle. Look at these cycles. That's what I see here. Okay, that's a meta. All right, let's take a look at the Apple. Apple sitting all the way at the top, looking bullish, condition bullish. So I would not short Apple. Apple 260 support. Still bulls are hanging in top. Conditions are bullish. Everything looking amazing bullish. So Meta is all the way at the top. If you pull back 260, it could bounce also. So Apple looking bullish. Microsoft looking bearish, folks. Okay, because look at the Microsoft right now. They want to pull back, but we are at the support. Previous support is right there. Condition bullish. So if you see Microsoft little bounce, folks, I tell you right now, I like Microsoft could be a good shot. Okay, but when let it bounce, when market bounce, Microsoft did not bounce. Did you notice? Every candle on stock has a green versus Microsoft does not have, and we broke the cloud. So folks, be careful. Microsoft could be a good short. Keep it in mind. If market goes banana on a Monday, Tuesday, if you see some pullback coming, Microsoft could be a good short. Okay, so I like the weakness on Microsoft then the Meta for 1 week. Okay, on a 1 week process. Then we take a look at Tesla. All right, Tesla has bulls are there creating a diversion, bearish diversion, but squeeze is keep lifting because of the condition. All right. When it comes to Tesla, folks, I think Tesla got a good support at 400. Okay, they keep creating bearish diversion, but conditions are bullish. That's why I keep bouncing the Tesla. So I would not be shorting Tesla, even though look like bearish diversion here. Okay, be careful, bearish diversion, but it's overpriced. The stock is super duper overpriced, folks. Super overpriced. Alright, so that's up to you how you trade. There might be some point of time you could pull back. Market keep trading bearish diversion here, but 409 is a good support here. Once this flips, then is a good money to go down. So if you see market breaking the Tesla breaking 409 area, man, could be a good shot. Then you're gonna see easy money. But right now I don't see because the conditions are bullish. So it could keep bouncing. You see this, keep bouncing. 400 keep bouncing. Okay, so every time because of conditions. So I don't see weakness on Tesla yet, even though despite diversion, still bulls are there on a Tesla. All right, that's Tesla. Then we take a look at the SoFi. Somebody asking. Okay, so SoFi still has bullish, MACD bullish, squeeze bullish. SoFi still looking bullish here. All the simple moving averages are bullish too. Okay, still bulls are squeeze bullish too. So I don't see any weakness on SoFi, folks, yet. So I would not short, and it's looking bullish. This is the target area for SoFi, $30. All right, what else? We can look into NVIDIA. NVIDIA, look at the bulls are still there, folks. Okay, bulls are there. This is the support. NVIDIA testing the 150 SMA and bounce coming. So NVIDIA is a good for the long side. If the DJ gonna play music on Monday, Tuesday, right? Then NVIDIA bullish, Microsoft bearish, Meta 1 week. This is only for 1 week scenario. Meta could be a little bullish, yes. All right. Apple is still holding the strong at the top, right? So this is the scenario look like little bull side. Okay. All right, so let's call it a day, folks. Not much on today. Market update. Sorry for a little late. I was away, but just came home and I thought to make a video. I know it's 10 o'clock East Coast time. But if you want to join, folks, community, WhatsApp community, we have free of charge right here. This is not the alert room, folks, but this is the community. If you want to join, you can open your camera, scan these, and don't forget to click the like button, folks, if you like this video. Also, right here, if you want to join the alert room, folks, right here is alert room. It's $1,000 for 30 days. If you want to join, you can text me on this number. Say, Josh, I want to join. Right there, and then I'll let you up. Okay. All right. So, folks, let's call it a day, guys. See you tomorrow morning 9:30. Don't forget to click the like button. Thank you. Ciao, ciao.